Hi folks, I'm Mike from Minnesota. Welcome to my channel. Today's segment is going to be cooking with Mike from Minnesota, and we're going to be doing a Lebanese dish called Koosa Mishi, and I have a special guest today, my sister Maureen, who goes by Rene, and she's going to be doing really most of the talking after this, and showing you what we're doing, what we've done, and stuff like that. And these are all of our ingredients. This is stuffed zucchini with stuffed with rice and meat with special seasonings. So what we're going to do is prep all of the stuff that we need, and then come back and then show you what we've done and put it together in a huge pot and simmer it. Hi folks, well, we prepped the vegetables, and I'm going to have Rene tell you what we got here so far. And then remember, the recipe is going to be in the drop-down menu on the YouTube video. Go ahead, Rene.
Okay, so I just want to remind you that it's farmers market season, so the best soup is made with the freshest vegetables. Going to the farmers market and grabbing these items is going to be amazing. So we have potatoes. All of these ingredients and the percentage of cups that you need is in the video at the bottom. We have celery, of course, carrots. We have flat parsley, mint, corn, and onions. And then the base of the soup is made with these tomatoes. Mike and I feel like this is one of the best tomato manufacturers.
Brands, Cento whole peeled tomatoes.
Okay, so what you do is actually put them in the pot and you dice them up, or you can squeeze them up, but it'll create the base of the soup. Then what we have here are the zucchinis that the next step of the video is Mike's going to show you or demonstrate how to core them and how to stuff them with rice and meat.
And these actually were longer, and we cut them to the length of about 6 inches, and then cut a top off to seal it, and we'll seal them with toothpicks. So we'll come back showing you a couple different ways on how to core these zucchini. Hi folks, welcome back to our next step in this cooking process. But before I show you this, I want Rene to comment on what she does specifically with the potatoes, whenever she uses potatoes, and rice.
Yeah, you have to wash the potatoes and you have to rinse the rice really well. You don't want the starch in any of your base. So chop the potatoes up, wash them, and then put them in, and the rice as well. So
even you know, I'm using Uncle Ben's long grain rice. It's a go-to rice for me for everything.
Yes.
And even that, you could use it right out of the package, but I like to wash it and get some starch out. So the next step in this is to take our zucchini, and we cut it off. We got a top, and I'm going to show you the guy's way to do it first. I came up with this idea, and it worked out great for me. We'll see if it works, but I use a spade drill bit, and I core it with this and then stuff it with that. But Rene is going to show you a different technique, so okay, we'll see if my technique works.
Yep. Oh wow.
I'm using a what is it, a 3/4 inch, and I could have went with a 1 inch blade on this. So just kind of measure how far down you want to go so you don't poke out the bottom, and it's pretty much the entire bit on this.
So the goal is not to poke the sides. Got to be really, really careful. We're getting the zucchini out so that we can stuff it.
You go slow, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Especially with this stuffing. You want to pull some of that core out with that
Okay,
and
so
see what we look like?
For
that way?
those who are manual, which I
Let's
am.
just pull some of the guts out.
Okay, so I like to be really deliberate and careful.
This is the old way to do it. This is the real way to do it.
This is the best way. Listen to him. So, that's what we're doing. So another tool you can use is the melon baller. I mean, I know they're out there still, but the top is small and then the bottom is larger. I always use the smaller side of it. But again, the goal is to core out, this is a core out the zucchini as much as you can. Oh yeah, I
Thin
gotta
to
get
the edge as possible.
and in the bottom of it, that's critical. So take your time. That's what it looks like.
Okay, do I need to core out some more?
Nope, I think we're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
So go ahead and stuff it.
Okay. Next step, stuffing hands. Okay.
Use your hands, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, use your hands.
So I am all about the more
Pack in there. the better.
more of the consistency in there, the better. And
We've added all of our ingredients to the soup here in the kettle that Rene showed you earlier, and we got that coming up to temperature. We're going to get that up to a high simmer, and then add the zucchini, and then simmer it for how long, Rene?
a good 25 minutes.
Oh, it's got a, I'm
Longer
thinking
than
an
that?
hour.
Oh, simmer after you boil it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to bring it to the boil.
Okay. Now I take
1
my
to 2
time.
hours, I think.
You gotta watch it. You
You gotta watch it.
You know, how do you want your vegetables? I like mine al dente. Some people like them totally cooked. So it's really about your individual taste.
So,
Okay.
we will put all of this stuff in the kettle. We're gonna finish these off, stuff and put them in the kettle, and we'll be back to show you the end result.
We also want you to know one thing though, I mean, and we're gonna talk about this when we come back, that you don't wanna overcook the zucchini in the kettle because otherwise it's gonna be mushy. So we'll talk about that when we come back.
See how I'm sticking the toothpicks in there to keep the top on?
Yep.
That's real critical too. We'll be back.
Alrighty. Hi folks, welcome back. We have a few tips on making this amazing dish. One is like in your rice mixture with your meat, make sure you put a little tomato sauce, maybe half a cup, maybe quarter cup. You don't want the mixture to be dry. So that's one tip that is critical when you're stuffing the zucchini with the rice and meat mixture.
So here we used both techniques. We used the spade blade and the corer.
Yep.
I mean, the corer would be good enough. You don't have to mess around with a spade blade. In fact, if I make it again, I don't know if I will.
Yeah.
But so we did that and cored it out good, as close to the edge of the zucchini as possible. And then, Rene, we stuffed it.
Yep.
Stuff it real tight with the rice and meat mixture. Put the cap on, add the toothpicks.
Right.
This is going in our soup that's already simmering, and we're going to simmer this until it's thoroughly cooked.
So the soup consistency is the vegetables, but look at the vegetables, determine how much longer or how high you need to cook it. But at a point, just simmering it works. We also took the rice mixture, rice and meat, and took like a cup of it, put it in there, makes it more flavorful.
Yeah, the leftover rice and meat mixture. We have the potatoes cut up, but they go in towards the end of this whole system. And the other thing I wanted to add is we've got the crushed up whole tomatoes in there. And then I added about 3 cups of water. You'll see in the recipe to add water. So, I mean, you just gotta go by the look of how much soup, but you want the zucchini
floating.
The
when
Koosa,
yeah.
Koosa Mishi underneath the water and enough water in there.
So our next step is to take it and submerge it in the soup, and we cook it off. And you got to be careful. You don't want mushy zucchini. So watch the color of the zucchini as you're cooking it.
So, we will be back after this is all done, and we'll plate it, and we'll see you then.
Okay.
Hi folks, well we're back, and we've cooked the Koosa, which is stuffed zucchini, and zucchini mishi. The mishi is the stuffing that goes in there, which is the hamburger and the rice. And we simmered that for about 2 hours.
Yep.
And plated it. Want to show them a little bit of that.
So.
And so what we do is cut off pieces of that with the rice and hamburger in there. And I'm telling you what, it is fantastic.
Amazing.
But what I wanted to mention also in this video is yesterday, Rene and my brother Mark and I did a video fishing up on Cutfoot Sioux.
Sure.
Well, actually, we launched at Cutfoot Sioux Resort, and we fished on Windigosh, and I'm telling you what,
It was fun.
it was a fun
Crazy.
time. So if
They're
you get
crazy.
a chance, go take a look at that video. It's Mike from Minnesota fishing with Rene and Mark on the opener. Well, a few days after the opener, and
Sure.
we had a good time. So we're done with this segment, and I'd just like to say, from our kitchen to yours, make every day a great day. God bless.
Yum.